ಮೊದಲೇ ಕಂಡ 5ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ. ತಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅಗ್ನಿಃ ಸಮಿದೋ ಯಸ್ಯ ಸೂರ್ಯಃ ಸೋಮಾತ್ ಪರ್ಜನ್ಯಃ ಓಷಧಯಃ ಪೃಥಿವ್ಯಾಂ ಪುಮಾನ್ ರೇತಃ ಸಿಂಚತಿ ಯೋಷಿತಾಯಾಂ ಬಹ್ವೀಃ ಪ್ರಜಾಃ ಪುರುಷಾತ್ ಸಂಪ್ರಸೂತಾಃ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಗುಣ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸಗುಣ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್. ದಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಮಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. We have to understand the Brahman, the Supreme, in 3 dimensions. First is called Saguna Brahma. The Brahman with the form. The universe, the cosmos is the form of Brahman. Idi Vishwave Bhagavantana Sharira. Okay? With millions and millions of galaxies, stars, billions and billions of galaxies, stars, planets. That becomes the body of a being. And that being is Bhagavan. Just like we have a body, the cosmos is the body of Brahman. Idi Vishwa Bhagavantana Sharira. Aita. So, worship of Lord in the cosmic form is Saguna Brahma Upasana. Everything in the universe is a part and parcel of the infinite being.
So that Narayana sleeping in that this thing.
Narayana sleeping in this thing. Narayana is a transcendental reality. This is called immanent reality. There are reality is 2 types. One is non-manifest and other is manifest. What you are seeing is the manifest reality. That's called Vishnu. That's why Vishnu Sahasranama starts with Vishwam. The whole universe is the body of that being, Brahma. And Narayana is the soul of that. Unmanifest, but he is the soul of that. There is a manifest part and unmanifest. Vyakta Rupa, Avyakta Rupa. The Vyakta Rupa is the Vishwa. Understood what I'm saying? The whole universe is a living being. It's not, its entire universe is single living being. Idi Vishwa, ಒಂದು ಜೀವ. ಆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಉಪಾಸನೆಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ದರ್ಶನ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಗ ಬರೋದು. The chapter of Bhakti Yoga in Bhagavad Gita is after the cosmic vision of the cosmic form. So unless we understand that infinity, unless we realize the magnitude of the infinity, we don't understand the greatness of Bhagavan, the Lord. The whole cosmos is his body. It's called Vishwarupa. And that being is called Virat Purusha. Okay? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರಾಟ್ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಶ್ವ ಶರೀರ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಥೂಲ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ, ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ, ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ. We have three levels of being. The gross, subtle and causal. ಸ್ಥೂಲ, ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾರಣ. We have a gross body, we have a subtle body and we have a causal body. The universe has a gross body, universe has a subtle body, universe has a causal body. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಥೂಲ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ, ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಇದೆ. The gross body of the universe is collective body of all beings, all living and non-living beings is the gross body of the universe. ಭಗವಂತನ ಶರೀರ ಏನು? ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಚರ ಅಚರ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಶರೀರ ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಭಗವಂತನ ಶರೀರ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ. Then there is a subtle body. The subtle body of Bhagavan is called Hiranyagarbha. ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರ, ಭಗವಂತನ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿರಣ್ಯಗರ್ಭ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಆ subtle body of Bhagavan is nothing but collective thought forms of the universe. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಥಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಹಿರಣ್ಯಗರ್ಭ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು.
So be it whatever kind of thought forms.
Collective. Then you have a causal body of Bhagavan. The ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ, ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಶ್ವರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. That's called ಈಶ್ವರ, the Lord. Right? The causal body of us is called ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ. Causal body of Bhagavan is called Ishvara, the Lord. Because the causal body controls this whole thing. The causal body of Bhagavan is collective causal body of all beings in the universe. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕಾಸಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಏನು? ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳ ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಸೇರಿದಾಗ ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ. That's called ಈಶ್ವರ.
So is that homogeneous?
Huh?
Is that homogeneous?
No.
No.
It is your causal body, my causal body, everybody's causal body put together. It's Ishvara.
Okay.
Right? So now, to understand this infinity is beyond our comprehension. It's infinite. Human mind cannot go, human mind cannot understand this. ಭಗವಂತನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ. ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ billions and billions of planets and galaxies. The time and space itself is unimaginable. Subtle body is a collection of infinite thought forms. Earth, and I don't know how many billions of such planets are there where human beings, where people live. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜೀವಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? And causal body is the gross ignorance of Bhagavan, of living beings. ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್. ದರ್ ಆರ್ 64 million types of life forms, they say. Now, these ignorance, collective ignorance of these bodies is called Ishvara, the Lord. The gross body of Bhagavan is called Virat Purusha. The subtle body of Bhagavan is called Hiranyagarbha. The causal body of Bhagavan is called Ishvara. ಭಗವಂತನ ಸ್ಥೂಲ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿರಾಟ್ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿರಣ್ಯಗರ್ಭ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರಕ್ಕೆ ಈಶ್ವರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Now, to understand this infinity is impossible. We have a finite mind. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬಹಳ ಸಣ್ಣದು. But there is a way. This is called Brahmanda. The whole universe is called Brahmanda, the cosmos. And you are called Pindanda. Now ಜೀವಿಗಳು, Pindanda. A small form of that. ನಾವು ಇಡೀ ಒಂದು ಅನ್ನ ಬೆಂದಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಕಾಳನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನು ಹಿಚ್ಕಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. To see whether rice is cooked or not, all that you have to do is press one grain of cooked rice to find out whether rice is cooked or not. Similarly, to understand the infinity, you have to understand yourself. You understand your Stula Sharira, your Karana Sharira, your Sukshma Sharira, and beyond, Turiya. You understand these three, then you have understood the infinity. Because you are nothing but a representation of that infinity. Is it clear? Abhishek?
What is the difference between all the three bodies? Gross, subtle, and
Causal.
causal.
Hmm.
What is that?
The gross is physical, the matter. Stula Sharira, it's called made up of matter. Vastuindaಗಿದೆ. The stone, the planets, the mountains, rivers, right? Stula Sharira. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, is nothing but thought forms. Like we have thought forms, no? Causal body is nothing but ideas and concepts and impressions, deep-rooted impressions. Okay. So to understand the infinity, you have to understand the finite. That's the whole principle. The finite is myself. Nannanu artha madko. You understand yourself, then you will understand the infinity. So one who is self-realized, the question starts by knowing what, you will understand everything. ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಂತ. The question starts for this Upanishad by knowing what, I know everything. By knowing yourself, you know everything. Because you are nothing but one grain of this infinity. ಈ ಅನ್ನದ ಪಾತ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಳು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ you understand yourself. You have understood the whole infinite being. Is it clear? Not in the sense of understanding mentally, right? You understand that you are a part of that infinity, and you understand what is that infinity about. There's no more confusion. Are you clear? So from that infinity, now the next step is given. See, earlier day education is called brahmacharya. The earlier ಮುಂಚಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ, the learning stage is called brahmacharya. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯ, ಗ್ರಾಹಸ್ಥ, ವಾನಪ್ರಸ್ಥ ಮತ್ತು ಸನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ 4 ಆಶ್ರಮಗಳು. There are 4 ashramas in the earlier days. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯ, ಗ್ರಾಹಸ್ಥ, ವಾನಪ್ರಸ್ಥ ಮತ್ತು ಸನ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತ. Right? Now, brahmacharya is actually typically a student period at that time. Now, brahmacharya is now today, the word brahmacharya is associated with somebody who is not married. Just because somebody is student, he is not married. They are not correct interpretation of brahmacharya. Okay. The brahmacharya at that point of time is called a student. ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. Today's student is not a brahmachari. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚಾರಿ ಅಲ್ವೋ? ಅಲ್ಲ. You understand? There is a difference between a student and a brahmachari.
One who understands the Brahma
The earlier day study was all inclusive. Today's study is all exclusive.
everything outward.
What you are studying is today only outward subjects. The depth you don't study. The inner reality you don't study. Earlier days they studied, the subject was the Brahman, the reality. Okay. That didn't mean that they didn't study for the fighting. Okay, they didn't do all that arts, crafts, everything they did, but everything they did as
One package.
a manifestation of that reality. Understand? The society is studied as a living organism. Chaturvarnyam maya sashtyam gunakarma vibhagashah. There are 4 types of people who are created by me. Now that types of people is not a caste system. It is a single living organism. Society is a single living organism. It is jivanta unit. Everything in the universe was studied as consciousness. Now everything in this universe is studied as a matter.
How it's changed?
How it's changed is people's mind have become very gross. Right? See this over a period of time, people in the mind, they can't understand subtle. They have become gross. You have understood the difference between a student and a brahmachari? So brahmachari, in the ancient days, everything was seen as a manifestation of consciousness. Okay? Now we study everything as a manifestation of matter.